So the other day I watched Seven for the first time completely. I had seen like four or so scenes when it came by and I jumped in on television, but now I have seen the complete movie. And I went in with some expectations as I enjoyed what I had seen up until that point. It really gripped me. But I was completely blown away in the best possible sense. So let's look into what makes this movie so amazing. And let's start with a little recap. So, Seven is a crime thriller about two detectives, William Somerset, played by Morgan Freeman, and David Mills, played by Brad Pitt, who pursue a serial killer who uses the seven deadly sins as a guide for these horrific crimes. The killer, John Doe, played by Kevin Spacey, is determined to show the world that humanity is filled with evil and tries to do something by committing murders that each symbolize one of these seven deadly sins. So that's the basic recap, and with that premise, it sounds like just a basic movie, but that's the spoiler free recap. Um, this movie had me glued to the edge of my seat for the entire running, which uh, I really hadn't with any other movie which I didn't watch in cinemas for a very long time. And I think that's mostly because of the characters. You have this cliche old detective who is literally retiring at the end of the week. He just doesn't want to be on the job anymore. He's going for his final case. Actually, doesn't want the case because he is quick to notice details, and he noticed that this case is a lot more bigger than just one murder. And he just wants out, and you have this hotshot who wants to do everything. He's very eager to get a name for himself in males. And these two characters bounce off each other perfectly, and that's just mostly because of their writing. But I would also like to give a big part of that to Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt in the acting scheme, as their emotions are just point perfectly in every scene. But also the writing, like it everything plays into each other. At first I was like, why are they doing this? And then, like, from now on it's spoilers. I'm not gonna run around plot points anymore. Like the first uh, time in this movie I thought like, why is this scene here? Was when Tracy, Mills's wife, was talking to Somerset at the bar, and she's talking about how she's pregnant and doesn't know how to tell Mills that. And I was like, this is just filler, surely. But then in the ending, the box scene, where you already have Mills at the point of breaking when he finds out that John Doe killed his wife and her head is in the box. That extra push to make this ending even more cruel was the fact that he found out like that she was pregnant. Like, his entire life fell apart in 10 seconds. And now that we have touched upon this subject, let's just talk about the ending, which was really unexpected. Like, normally these movies follow cliche line like crime movies, where they catch him and basically that's it, and they laugh it off or something. But I was absolutely like, when the helicopter couldn't follow them along the power lines, I was expecting like, oh, he's gonna kill him or something, or there's gonna be an ambush, or he's gonna escape or something. But that package, at first I thought that was the ambush, and then the package came and I was like, oh, this guy's innocent, maybe it's a bomb. Because most of the time these movies have very simple structure, and I watch a lot of these kind of movies. Wow, when Somerset, the cool guy for the entire movie, was shocked to see that, like, he wasn't even shocked at the bodies, he just kept his cool. I was like, oh damn, what's in the box? And the fact they don't show what's in the box makes it good, because why would we want to see that? Like, it doesn't add anything, and now it's, if you're not quick with these kind of things, like, you might have actually took a while to think about what's in the box. Like I got it in probably about 5 seconds or something, because there weren't that many characters or things to be in the box where Somerset could be scared of. But you can think about it a little, and Mills slowly realizing that was just absolute cinema. It was maybe my favorite cinema scene of all time, and definitely my favorite cinema ending of all time. But like the way you hope for him not to shoot him because then John Doe wins and Somerset does as well. You just feel that with a movie like this, that is not gonna happen. He's not gonna do it. Although this is one of those movies where every time you rewatch it, you will probably keep hoping, and also every time you rewatch it, you will start to see more details. Like the blood on John Doe when he gives himself in to the police. That's probably the blood of Tracy. But like on second watch, you might be able to catch that. I haven't watched it the second time, by the way. I will probably do that with some friends soon. But that's just dark. And also now, I only catch this after the movie when I saw the opening credits again. That's just all John Doe stuff. Like the fingerprint removing and shit. It's just so epic, this movie on second watch. Also that limping guy, I saw an Easter eggs video. Also that limping guy, when they ask a shop owner in the frame who exactly matches the description. Like John Doe was just following them everywhere. So probably home as well, and that's how he found out that Somerset doesn't have a family, and that's why he killed Mills's family. And also this movie just doesn't have a bad scene for my memory. Like I can't name one right now. Maybe the talking scenes, although I must say like the first supper at the Mills house was also like fun, just seeing these characters interact, because they are fun characters to be around. That's why I'm almost sad that there are no sequels, and this is not a call for sequels, because they will mess up this entire movie. But yeah, it's every scene is just amazing in my opinion. Like also the gore, I heard people complaining about it, and especially the original audience was like, oh, movie bad, lot of gore. But it's sorry if you are gored out, but it's not that bad. Maybe the sloth victim is to make an argument for, although for me it wasn't even a jump scare. But and I get scared from the original Five Nights at Freddy's, so jump scares are something I get scared by. But like it wasn't that bad. Although I must say, hearing somebody talk about how he took a girl with a knife up her vagine was not the nicest, but like then again, the director and the scriptwriter, they know when to stop. Like Fincher, great guy, first fully directed movie as an Alien 3, he didn't get complete direction by the producers. So this was his first movie, and the way the camera moves with the characters, and in the final scene where the camera shakes up and down as it's starting to get more chaotic, is just fantastic. He's a great director, probably one of the best right now. And it just shows here, like, also the call indeed on the lust victim was for the better, as we can imagine what it does. They know when to let the viewer view in their head what happens and not on screen. And this movie also just sets you thinking. Like at the time of recording, I watched this like 4 days ago, and I'm still thinking about it for like 10 minutes every day. Like, what could they have done in this scene? Or the ending. The ending is just wild. But we talked about that anymore. And lastly, one of these good points about this movie is, you know, the culture impact. Because Well, that was the cultural impact was pretty good of this movie, but like the cultural references in this movie are what I enjoy more. Cause like I am not a Christian, but Dante's work is something I don't own any of his books, but like it's something I am interested in. Like his story about hell, his Dante's Inferno, and the seven deadly sins and shit. That's just interesting to me, and to see that turn out in a movie like this, which that was a fun aspect of it, and that's probably why William Somerset is one of my I must say it now, one of my favorite movie characters for a pretty long time. Not top three, maybe. I can't think of it right now. That would be a fun video idea. But that character of him and the aspect with Mills is definitely my top point for this movie. Then I'd say the ending was one of the things which made it. And yeah, I think then the cultural references. And that's my top three for all what this movie has special about it. And that's all brought together by uh, Fincher's directions. If I had to review this out of 10, I just don't give 10s. But this one comes really close. So I'm gonna give it a 9.7, which is not point 0.2 higher than what I gave my highest rated James Bond movie on my other channel. But yeah, it's just an amazing movie. Must watch if you haven't watched it. If you have watched till this part of the video, then you got the spoilers, but that's your own fault. Anyways, this movie is one of my favorites right now, and still highly suggest you watch it. And then I want to thank you for watching this video as well. And you can check out my channel for more videos. One of my big projects is coming soon, a like 2-hour video where I talk about some Czechoslovakian claymation, which I worked on for a year, a part of school. And you can also check out my old channel, which has some of my other videos, which is linked in this channel tab on the main page. And then I would like to thank you for watching one final time, and goodbyes.